Hello, everybody. It's Bugsy here, and I got my friend Nitwit.
Hey, Soda.
We're about to look at HM Shell's video why Amy is better for Sonic and Sally isn't. Keep in
I have
mind
a bad feeling with this.
keep in mind we will be interjecting. We'll be interjecting from time to time. We won't be really looking at this video in full because I've done that before. And it's really just one big headache because this person really doesn't understand anything about other continuities and stuff like that. And really goes out of his way to actually insult the fans, but this disclaimer is a straight up lie.
So today I'm going back to a topic that I thought that I would never touch on again on the channel, but I have to settle this argument. Okay, so a fan of the channel commented a very
He
long.
doesn't really settle the argument, he just fans the flames while a bunch of people in the comments literally just go, one person really got me mad, like, well, I'm tired of people shoving Sally down our throats. Oh, because we actually want Sally to be in something like a side game that doesn't really clash with the continuity.
I know, right?
Are the only person that was asking to get them into the games was Rich. Not all of us. We cannot get him into the mainline games. That was Rich. Not all of us. The whole Rally for Sally campaign was supposed to be to get Sally into one of the side games, like like Dash or freaking or Speed Battle. But again, you guys think we're shoving it down your throats because y'all just love Amy so much to the point where no one else, no other girl character can exist or be around Sonic because y'all get all weird. Some of you get weird and very territorial, like Sonic is yours and Amy is just your surrogate.
I'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
Paragraph on why they love Sonamy, and it inspired me to make this video. So shout out to them. Now let's get into the video. So I'm going to be defending Sonamy, but not the way I did before in the past with my three Sonic videos. My Sonamy retrospect
Yeah,
video.
let's get to the
That
disrespectful
chip
part,
that
shall
we
we?
have in this state. Amy go.
Hold up. It's this darn TV.
You can even see this when Tails' robot was about to tell everyone that Amy loved Sonic. And Amy didn't want this to happen, so then Tails turned off the robot in time.
Okay, when did this happen? Hold up, let me back up. I need context. Hold up.
If that's not her being shy, then I don't know what is. It was in episode 9 of Sonic 3. I'm pretty sure it was season 1 too. When Sonic saves Amy from Eggman's robot,
Can I just say? You're talking. Okay, let me just say this. Boom is an entire continuity. See, HM Shadow doesn't understand the word continuity, other reality. Like, and he'll talk about Penders when, like, let's be real. We like the Archie comics, but Penders wasn't the only writer on the comics. It was basically a wandering carousel of different writers after Penders left. But this motherfucker wouldn't know. See, this is the thing. I hate when Sonic fans run their mouths like they actually know some shit when they don't. They absolutely don't. And I know this is like a 1 year ago kind of video, and I don't know if he's changed his outlook, but I'm getting on him for the person he was back. I'm getting on this video for what he was back then, not how he is now. Because those are probably two different people. But I'm just saying, it's one of the reasons why I just feel like, I mean, I know shippers can be toxic, but like, really, I think shipping's fine. But this man just goes out of his way Sally look worse when really she has only ever existed in the comics and in freaking Sam, which he's like putting all the other Sonic and Amy encounters in one thing, like it's one big reality when it's not. That's the thing I have. That's the thing I have like the biggest problem with. And then he talks about Kim Penders, like you're supposed to be talking about fucking. You're supposed to be talking about fucking Amy, Sonic, and Sally. No. Am I getting that wrong? Then why are you talking about the comics? But the comics aren't canon. The comics. Okay, let me say this for all the idiots and the cheap seats for 1 minute. And let me just say this once. That freaking comic says explicitly, beyond the world you know from the games and TV shows. They stopped showing that, but really that's what that is. And none of you even freaking comment on it. You think it's not canon. Or you could be DJ Sonic Freak and say, well, you know, or they make all these fake characters for the comic, not knowing that the characters are known for being in the books and old games back in the day and different continuities and all this other shit. And like, you know, I just, you know, even back then, even thinking about it now, I roll my eyes. Like, it's really good that you idiot. It just pretty much shows me the blatant ignorance on display when it comes to the comics. You either are you're either a Ian Flynn lover, or you're just a dude that's like, but the comics got all weird. And trust me, there are things that Kim Penders did that, yeah, were weird. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it wasn't. Although low key, I still keep the, you know, my Scourge thing with my Scourge stuff. I still keep the Bunny Rabbit shit canon because it's kind of indicative to how my version of Scourge acts. But that's just pretty much what I do. That's my personal shit. But I just feel like there's just an amount of idiocy and misinformation about the comic. My friend said he's gonna be back, but I think he's gonna conk out for the night, and that's okay. Probably like doing something important, but he might just go to sleep, so I'm cool.
The oldest robot comes up to them and says, I care about your
Boom is another continuity. Moving
If
on.
that's not her beats the Metarex, he says just don't hurt Amy and then throws her from the argument. I am taking a side in this argument, of course, but for the reason that Amy is my favorite Sonic couple.
Pretty much showing you're biased. So I don't really. So let me just say this: you're talking about Sally. You have a clear bias, and you expect me to listen to you. You expect people to listen to you. All these other people are just patting you on the back, going, oh, you did a good job. I love Sally too, but I, you know, blah, 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 Amy. And I'm just saying, and I know a few anime fans that are so scared that Sally will come back, they try to stop the statue of Sally being made, because it just goes to show that some of you motherfuckers are so afraid of that thing that's never gonna happen. Even though some of us want that to, and I kind of want that too, because I want to see how y'all would react. But then Sega would probably renege on that decision and be like, you know, listen, guys. We're probably going to have to just cut back on bringing Sally in because we don't want sales to go down. But you know the people who would probably buy the games if Sally was in one of the newer Sonic games, if that was even possible, is you could integrate with the lore. With the, well, non-existent lore of the games. Like, all we know for sure is that, like, Sonic 3 and Knuckles happened. Sonic 1, 2, 3 and Knuckles happened. CD happened. Sonic Adventure 1, 2, and 3 happened. And they're kind of saying that, you know, there's no more two worlds. Sonic only lives in one world. And I'm just like, yeah. But Sonic Twitter has literally said that everything is canon. So the Sonic multiverse does exist, and there are different continuities. But again, people like to me, this person comes to comes to the weirdest conclusions. Well, because because like the Sonic comics are in canon. They're set in their own universe, but people like you don't understand that because like, you overlook it because Sally's in it, and the fact that Amy can't get in it even the comic sets you all in a rage. But I like that Amy better because at least she's mature about it. She started off pretty bratty as a kid, and then she grew up with the ring, with the wish ring, and she was still kind of immature, but she was growing. She was maturing. She loves Sonic, but she understands that he loves Sally, which some of these people in this fucking sub fandom don't even try to even think about. Like, there is one scene in the Sonic comics that I love, that the Sonic Archie comics that I love to death. It's this thing where Sally's like, you could destroy me and let me, she's like Mecha Sally, and she's like, you could destroy me and literally have Sonic all to yourself. And she's like, no, Sally, I'm not gonna destroy you, because you're my friend. Because despite Amy being Sonic crazy, there's another aspect to her personality that none of you get. That she can step aside and be mature when she needs to be. That's the part of Amy that I will always like. And yeah, when I did Sonic Freedom Fighters, yeah, the Amy would have not been the entire thing. She would have got changed a little bit. But kind of merging a little bit of what I want, a little bit of what Fleetway Amy is. A character that's not totally fucking boy, Sonic crazy, and not saying boy crazy. And like Amy has never tried to actually maybe try to see if someone else is right for her, Just saying. Like, how interesting would it be, since you all like freaking, drama sometimes, to see Amy try to go with someone else and maybe likes that person, and she just starts realizing what, like, other than Sonic being a hero and saving her and him being cool, what about Sonic as a person draws her to him when this one dude is doing all the right motions, But no, you guys would hate that because Sonic and Amy forever, oh my god, ew. It's just like, I don't know, I get sick of it. I mean, you can defend Amy, but like a wise man once told me, if you're gonna critique something, make your critiques make actual fucking sense. All this shows is that I'm gonna talk about Sally and how Sally and him don't work. Sally and him work literally in the comic book because they grew up together. They probably wouldn't work in the games because that's a different Sonic. And they touched another fan, then by the name System touches on this. But this man doesn't understand that there's different continuities, different alternate realities where Sally does exist. And if anybody gives it the slap, y'all know. And I will fight about this part all fucking day. Jonathan H. Gray did that shit so he could have his ship. But I bet you they were like, no, we still can't have Amy and Sonic together. And this man was just probably mad about it, but he's saying we're mad about him for doing that. And yeah, we kind of are, because that's what started this whole split in the fucking fandom to begin with, and no one gets that. But man, I'm just like, ugh. But you know, it is what it is, because some of these fans who are like teenagers, they just kind of see Sonic and Amy being a thing, and they kind of want that too. But they latch on to the bad sides of Amy's personality, the jealous, clingy side. That's why we used to say back in the day that Amy just wants to hump Sonic to death. Because and you know, you could say, oh, well, Sonic has feelings for Amy and whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. So, like, seriously, he has never shown that shit openly. And don't say Sonic X, because literally that is on its own canon. Again, another reality, where everything kind of happens with the games, but they're different in a way. That's why Dark Sonic isn't canon in the games, which I think they could make Dark Sonic canon. But that means they'd have to go outright and say, oh, Sonic X is canon, which I don't think they're going to do. See, mainline Sonic is not, like, the multiverse with Sonic in the comics, to me, are canon. The games are on a different side, a different plane of reality, separate from the comics, like Mobius and Moebius and everything else in between, notwithstanding. But the thing is, this person just like, oh, well, and here's the thing. This man is just going to be insulting, and I just wanted to take a minute to just talk about that for a minute.
I believe that Sally just doesn't work for Sonic, and she's not even canon, so it just really...
She was canon once upon a time, and she's canon within the comics, because that is a different alternate reality. I love how you just laughed. I love how you just laughed. Like, you just... See, because that really just shows your own fucking bias against Sally. Because she ain't Amy. She ain't the Amy that's all clingy. Because you know the Amy I miss? The Amy that used to be caring, considerate. Not the Amy... Not, like, I hated Amy in Sonic X because literally, she can't even function without Sonic. She can't use her brain without Sonic. And I don't like how she is in the new games because they just kind of supplanted Boom Amy's personality in Amy, and there was no like considerable change to her actual growth as a character. But again, y'all don't think about that. It's all about Amy and Sonic. Y'all don't give two shits about her own character development because all she is to you is the character that should be in love with Sonic, and she should be in this relationship, and everything should be sunshine, rainbows, and daffodils. That's why I don't like you Sonamy fans. Because by wanting Amy in a freaking relationship, you want her to just want her to be Sonic's other half. That's all you want. She can't have her independence. Y'all want to just be... Some of you want her to be just like she is in Sonic X. Just short-tempered, ready to use her hammer at a moment's notice. And literally just wants to marry Sonic and don't even really care how he feels about it. And you could be like, you know, and anybody that's a KOF fan, you could be like, well, Bugsy, doesn't my Shiranui do the same thing? But let me just say that for anybody that's a KOF fan that talks about that. See, but about that, it's like, Andy does care about Mai. You see that. You see that while he's, like, nervous as hell. That shows that he has some sort of feelings towards Mai. Sonic, on the other hand, he cares about Amy as a friend, and none of you want to see that. And the thing is, Sega will never jump the gun and make it canon. Sega will never jump the gun and make it canon. So you're saying that all the Sonali fans don't know the truth? I don't think y'all know the truth, homie. I don't think any of you know the fucking truth. Because y'all just wanna idealize. See, that's the thing. You wanna idealize or idolize it, or just put some sort of like worth on Sonic and Amy being a thing, rather than seeing it as kind of flawed and a bit toxic, if you ask me. So I don't. Sonic, and you said Sonic don't want to be married or tied down. Well, again, Archie, Sonic, and Sally are two different characters. I'm not saying they're canon to the games, but they're canon to the books. They're canon to the one book that they're in. Like how Sonic and Sally are also canon in SATM. Those are different realities. But Sonic is great for Amy because really, I'm just a biased Sonic fan who likes Sonic and Amy together, and I don't really care about her actual growth as a character. Just saying, oh yeah, she needs to be with Sonic, and that's just how it should be. When some of you in this fandom don't even really, y'all get belligerent, y'all get angry the moment Sally is even uttered, like we just said, the most dirtiest thing in the world. Like, we just said a fucking wizard's curse on you. We're like, Sally Acorn, and y'all are like, oh my god, don't say that name. She could come back at any moment. Because some of you live in... Because I've seen some of you, and some of you live in constant fear that that's going to happen. And if it does, well, I'll be like, welcome to your new reality. Can you finally see? You finally know how it feels. Now come on, sit down and cry in this cup. Sit down. You know I don't give a fuck. See, but in the heart of this is a man who is literally just being an asshole to Son Alley fans, just on the low. Look at this. Hear this.
Because Sonic is too impatient, but when it comes to Sonic and Amy, they are two characters that can be free and be active. If you put...
But you don't want Sonic to be tied down and free. I mean, you want Sonic to be free. Correct? So him being in a relationship with Amy kind of contradicts that, doesn't it, buddy? See, I'm not gonna say I'm flexing because I used to debate, but your argument is flimsy at best because what you have is just basic bias. You have basic fucking bias because you can't come at this as an impartial fan. Me, if I was doing this, I could separate my enjoyment of Sally as a character to actually put down some actual points. See, that's what happens when you're like me and you can do that because you've been debating with people all your life, so you know how to do that. You, on the other hand, you come from the bias of a straight up fan who just wants to defend Amy, but you don't bring out any actual good points. You think that Sonic and Amy can just be free. What if... Okay, here's a question. What if Robotnik, like, figures out a way to capture Amy, right? And, like, Sonic has to save her. And every time, let's say Eggman doesn't fail this time. He's not like the goofy villain we know. He's straight up more like his SATM Sonic the Comic counterpart. Where he's a lot more insidious. He does not care. He will kill Amy. You could say that maybe Sonic doesn't want to be with Amy because of Eggman. Again, a decent point that I would make if I was on your side. You could say all the good points that Amy has, like she even though she can be a little excessive, she cares about Sonic. She cares about Sonic. She cares about others. You could say that. But all you're saying is that Amy's good because Amy is good and Sally just isn't because, well, I don't know enough about Sally to really give her an actual thing. And here I go about to list off everything about Sally. Hold on to your pants because I'm about to get real. Sonic has known Sally since childhood. Although they do fight on occasion, opposites attract. Opposite attracts. When I mean opposites attract, even though they may not get along, they may not truly see eye to eye with each other all the time, but when it's important, you really show that they actually care. Sonic needs to have someone that is like more calculated and more a little cautious. And Sally needs a person who is literally just, he does things in the moment. They balance each other. And that happens in real life as well. See, Sally can take her focus off of Sonic for a minute, and we are not talking about the slut. That is a whole different circumstance, and the real life reason is stupid because Jonathan H. Gray, man, he did that. Carl Bowlers wanted to do something completely different, and he's the dude after Ken. And he was doing a damn good job. And there's like so many things he had planned. Look at BW Rose's video on that if you want to know more. So, Ken wasn't the only writer there. But, this man doesn't know shit about shit. So, I don't expect him to actually learn. I don't expect him to actually look it up. Because when you're a biased fan of something, you don't want to look at the other person's point of view. But then again, you want to sit there and just be like, well, you're Sonic fans, and he just laughs and blah, blah, blah. Because really, it just says, that laugh pretty much says to me, you stupid Sonally fan thinking that this can actually happen. I think you did this because of Rally for Sally, and again, like I said, all we ever really wanted was for Sally to be in a side game, not in the main games. Rich wanted that, and I'm like, yeah, but really, all most of you fans ever try to do is just slam us freaking Sonally fans down because it's not canon. It's not canon to the main games, but it's canon to the one book that it's always been in. And don't even get me started on Ian Flynn making Sally gay. And I have nothing wrong with like gay characters because I like Rose and Kanaya. But Ian solely did that. So the shipping wars. So like the wants between Sonic and Sally can cease. But that was his thing because he just didn't like the Sonally shippers. Again, wanted to make everything like the games. But all you guys ever see is that, well, Ken Penders, right? There was a Mike Gallagher, there was Carl Bowlers, there was so many other writers writing for this comic, but y'all see Ken Penders. And let me just tell you, we all hate Penders around here. But none of you guys can really. Some of you Son Amy fans can't really rub that together. That's the sad point of everything. You guys always want to be talking about how we, saying, we can't escape from the truth. Like at the end of this video, no, you guys can't escape from the truth. That Sonic Team will never probably bring Amy and Sonic together, and if they do, it's only going to be canon in the games. And I think with Amy's personality, that's kind of ripped off from Sally because I've seen a few comparisons. You know, hold on, getting a call. Mm. Personally, I wouldn't want Sally in the games because she'd just be flanderized to hell because of Pontic and Graff's writing. And now that Ian's in, he's just probably gonna make Sally the way she was in the freaking Archie book and not call attention. I know people get really freaking just they don't want to talk about the fact that Sonic had a relationship with Sally and like the older parts of the media, but that happened. And y'all may not be into it or not, but for some of us, that's how it started for us. When I mean started, that's how we saw Sonic, you know? And I know some of you just think, oh, that's cringy, but fuck, part of our childhood. I'm not gonna say childhood ruin if Amy gets to be with Sonic in the games, though, because I know that that's a different continuity. With a different Sonic and a different way of Sonic handling and doing things. I'm not gonna sit there and be mad about it. Because we still got season 3 coming out with Sonic and Sally and every one of the Freedom Fighters. We still got Archie Sonic Online. We got Sonic Retold. We got all that shit. So y'all can keep the game's non-existent continuity. Characters changing on a dime because Ponting and Graff didn't know how to write those characters. And now you're gonna be dealing with the one fan that is always wanted, you know, everything to be like the games, and now he's getting his wish by writing for the games. Everybody that's excited for that, good for you. I'm not mad at you. Will I personally like it? I'm just hoping the story is decent. I'm just hoping the story is decent and doesn't show his bias. The thing about you, the Son Amy fans, you won't accept the truth that Seiko will never pull the gun on Sonic and Amy's relationship, not even in freaking the IDW comics. So, why you sitting there laughing at us nonchalantly, but saying in the same breath, well, I don't, you know, if you like Sonic and Sally together, that's okay. See, you want to know you want to know who really does that well better than this man right here? My friend Neil. Now, he would want Sonic with anybody other than Sally, but he is so respectful to me and other fans that like that. He doesn't act like an idiot He doesn't rage out. He understands that me and him, the way we see Sonic and Sonic's love life is different. But we can still converse because we're good friends like that. Y'all Sonic Amy fans can't even converse with us Sonic Alley fans without busting into a big ass fight. Because Sally isn't canon. Who cares if Sally isn't canon in the games? Like I said, I'd rather her be in the comics and other media if that is to be her fate. Sure, would it be cool if Sally was in any of the Sonic games? Yes. Would it be cool if we had a separate continuity with all the Freedom Fighters? Yes. Am I gonna hold my breath and be like, please, put Sally in the games? And you know, what else? We got like a freaking RPG of Sonic Sat AM. We got other Sat AM projects in Season 3 coming out. So it's like, who cares about you, Sonic Amy fans? Like, y'all can have the games, but we have the fan work. It's like, y'all can't stop freaking fan fiction this age, which implies that you kind of want to stop it. because it makes you guys uncomfortable the moment you see Sonic with Sally, because in your heads you think it's wrong. But you do. But the thing about MH Shadow that I don't like is that he's doing this passive aggressively. He's saying at the same time he doesn't care, but yet tries to be all like, well, I don't care, but ha ha ha, she's not canon. I mean, if she ever does become canon and she becomes a love interest for Sonic, or that ghost chick becomes a love interest for Sonic, if that ghost chick is really actually real, and she becomes a legit love interest in Sonic, I'm just gonna sit there and I'm gonna have the biggest fucking smile on my face, because that'll be the day Amy gets cucked. But I'm gonna go, I didn't want to look at this whole video because really it's just one man's biased defense of Amy. If Amy was a real person, she'd look at you guys and be like, I don't want to be associated with you guys. And I really feel like she'd probably have to say that. She'd probably be cool with you guys and shit, but she wouldn't want you guys to be poking around in her relationship with Sonic if she had one. I just felt like if Sonic characters were real and they actually came to see how we all conduct ourselves, I'm not saying they'd probably think that I'm cool. They probably think that I take shit way too seriously. They probably say that you guys take the stock in his relationship with any chick too seriously and a bunch of other shit. See, but that's the thing. You guys don't understand that shipping is a fucking hobby. We'll ship Sonic and Sally because that's what we grew up with. But y'all constantly saying that we're shoving Sally down your throat because we're talking about her. We want her in a side game. We want her to even be referenced in freaking Sonic Prime. And y'all act like that's such a you guys act like that's such an issue. Like at the end of the day, you're the only ones that care about Sally being canon and becoming Sonic's love interest and shit, because y'all scared that that's gonna happen. And it'd be like, as much as I would love that to happen and the situation being reversed and you guys are on the outside looking in instead of us, I know that it will probably never happen, and me thinking about that is kind of low-key petty. Not saying I wouldn't laugh if that happened. I'm not going to lie to you. I am going to laugh at all of your reactions and really enjoy myself as I'm doing that. But with that being said, I really don't mind if you are a Sonamy fan. If you're a Sonamy fan or a Sonamy fan, just don't be a dick. Just either side. Don't be a dickhead to the other. Sonamy fans, don't be a dickhead to these Sonamy fans. Because really, we don't want to stoop to their fucking level. And Sonamy fans, stop being offended every time we say the word Sally. Shit, some of you guys are in your 20s. Fucking act like it. Fuck. Now, teenagers, I got nothing to say to them. They gonna do what they do because, teenagers are teenagers. But for the rest of you that are grown-ass men and women, y'all need to chill. And I'm talking about both sides. The reason I did this video is because this man was disingenuous from the jump. And that whole Sonamy fan, you can't accept the truth. No, you can't accept the truth that Amy will never be truly in a relationship with Sonic, and none of you can deal with that shit. That's what my problem is. But you think if Sally comes back, everything for y'all is gonna be ruined. when it's just about a cartoon two cartoon hedgehogs, and a chipmunk that we all like, that a freaking chipmunk that we all like. It's just like some of you want to take it to the next level, and it's just stupid. I keep seeing all these I keep seeing anti-Sally stuff sometimes when I look up Sally shit, and I'm like, y'all still on that shit, right? Like, it still matters to you that much to draw, to show Amy like beating the shit out of Sally and all this other shit. And I gotta say, if Sally ruins your day that much, get a fucking therapist. Because obviously, it ain't Sally that's the problem, it's you. You got some personal shit that you probably need to work out. But I'm gonna get out of here because I'm leveling up. So I'm gonna go. But the rest of you, sonamy fans, you disappoint me. You could be you could try. Some of you, the ones I talk to are the most mature motherfuckers in the world. But we got all these handful of idiots just in the sonamy fandom just being stupid. And sonamy fans, only a few of you act like this. And I'm just saying, on the behalf of one sonamy fan to another, don't stoop to their level, folks. Let these people have their not pairing. Let them have their not pairing that is not going to happen because Seika isn't going to do anything that any of us want. So, again, like Joey from Friends used to say, it's a moo point. It's like a cow that says moo, because all you're hearing is moo and nothing gets done. That's what I have to say about that. Peace.